Welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. A big thank you for the support you continue to grant this platform. Samia Suluhu was officially sworn into power yesterday, and since that time, there has been fresh protests in Tanzania demanding electoral justice and constitutional reforms. Remember, before she was sworn in, the protesters had about 5, if not 4 demands. Number one, it was constitutional changes. Number two, new electoral body be constituted. Number three, they were demanding that all those who were abducted be released unconditionally. They were demanding that opposition figures be released and their cases be thrown out unconditionally. The fresh protests in major parts of Tanzania are still demanding the same. Vijana wanaimba nyimbo za kuisifu nchi tukufu ya Tanzania. Your protests are not in vain. Allow me to do some civic education on the importance or on the impact of continued or persistent protests in a country on a sitting president. Number one, continued protests can demand for credibility. President, public opposition, especially when large-scale and organized protests can severely undermine the president's legitimacy, both domestically and internationally. It leads to loss of public trust. If you continue with your protests, Samia Suluhu will lose public trust. Protests always have highlighted deep disconnection between the people and the government, leading to loss of trust in the president's leadership and policies. So Tanzanians, those who are still demonstrating, it is not in vain. If you persist, there are fruits. Co-option of opposition. Continued protest can force a sitting president to calm the situation. The president might be forced to bring opposition figures to moderate the voice into the government, which can change the dynamics of the administration. Persistent protest can also lead to forced concessions. The most immediate and tangible effect is often the president being compelled to withdraw or amend controversial policies, laws, or tax hikes that sparked the demonstrations, e.g., withstanding a finance bill in the case of Kenya in the year 2024. It can lead to shifting of priorities. Sustained public anger can force a sitting president and his administration to shift its focus and resource to address the specific grievances of the protesters, potentially sidelining other policy goals. Cabinet or leadership changes. Protests can lead to dismissal or resignation of ministers, cabinet secretaries, or another high-ranking officials to appease public anger. This happened in Kenya. When Kenyans moved into the streets to demand the resignation of, there were some cabinet secretaries, I remember, Kithure Kindiki, by then Kipchumba Murkomen, kulikuwa na mwingine huyu Ababu Namwamba, and others. When there was persistent protests, it compelled William Ruto to disband his cabinet. Actually, William Ruto disbanded his cabinet na akaanza appointments afresh from scratch. Potential for regime collapse. Tanzania. Hata kama Samia Suluhu amekuwa sworn in, bado sio mwisho. If you continue to protest, nimeona leo mkisimamia jeshi bila uoga. If you continue with those protests, there will be a potential for regime collapse. In extreme cases, especially in undemocratic or deeply fractured states, continued mass protests can contribute to the fall or forced resignation of the president or the entire government. So mkiandamana sana, Samia Suluhu hata kama amekuwa sworn in, she can resign and go home. Deepening societal divisions. The reactions to protests can deepen existing political and social divisions within the country. Lastly, I want to address 3 key points here. Mobilizing the opposition. Protests often serve as a massive mobilization tools. Opposition key figures from Tanzania can join the protest in mobilizing masses to protest against the government, invigorating the opposition and its supporters for future elections. Changing voter sentiment. The events can swing public opinion, making it more difficult for the sitting president or their party to win future elections. Remember, and I warned you about this, Tanzanians. Kuna kitu mnasahau, wengi hamkumbuki. Kura za last week marks the first term of Samia Suluhu in office as an elected president. Since 2021, she has been serving someone's term. Kwa sababu, she was the vice president. When Magufuli died, she was sworn in to finish Magufuli's tenure. So, last week's elections marks a first term ya Samia Suluhu. So, expect her again to contest in 2030 for the second term. So, if you do not amend things now, the same scenarios you encountered, you will again face them in 2030, either more severely or you don't experience them, depending on how you organize yourselves now ahead of 2030. If you mess up now, you mess up 2030. If you correct everything now, you correct 2030. So the responsibility solely lies upon you as a people of the United Republic of Tanzania. God bless you. See you in the next episode. Asante. Being sworn in is not in vain. Still, there are more solutions. Asanteni sana.